Good morning. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you're here. It is Friday, finally. Welcome. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a forex trader. I've been learning to trade this market, and I look at the market through an Elliott Wave perspective. I use other tools as well, but I really like to consolidate my thoughts from an Elliott Wave perspective. And if I can offer some help to you today, I'd be glad to do that. Looking at Bitcoin, we're going to look at Litecoin and Ethereum. Just take a peek in on the charts, see what the weekend might hold for us. Want to give you a couple of reminders. Don't forget our Litecoin swing trading community on Facebook. Just do a search for it and you'll find us. It's a great community of traders. Also want to invite you to, if you need some more independent help, you're learning, you're enjoying what you're doing, and you're learning a lot in TA. Give a lot of more of individual attention through my Patreon group. It's just a thank you group for those of you that support what I'm doing on Patreon. I'm trying to become a full-time trader and currently pastoring a church out here and it's working as a contractor, and I'm just pretty tired. So trading, I'd love to trade for full-time instead. And if you want to support what I'm doing here on YouTube and help me in that goal, what I do to give back is I've created a Telegram group for you where I give nightly updates as well as morning updates as well. I just already posted a couple of charts this morning, available to answer questions as much as I can throughout the day, but especially in the evenings, I'm more available. Anyway, that's what that is, and I only have about 3 slots left for this beta group that I'm testing out. So if you're interested, make sure you jump into Patreon, okay? All right, and I'll send you a link after that. All right, let's look into the charts very quickly and see what we got going on. I think it's going to be a fairly quick update. I'm not sure. All right, so let's just look at the macro just for a minute here. This is the 3-hour chart. We've got a WX. I think we've got a WX and a Y forming. That's my main count. I do not think this. I know somebody posted in the swing trading community that we've got support today. We don't have support. Nothing. This is not an impulse wave. The best I can tell, this is a three wave. And so what we've got going on here is this was this looks more impulsive to me. Now here's the couple of concerns that I want to share with you as far as definite are we definitely going down? I really believe we're coming down to $7,500. That's my take on the market. I think we're coming down here, but uh, we could be forming a descending triangle now, which really sucks because there's just constantly new developments always making. So we ruled out the symmetrical triangle, okay? I have just completely nullified the idea that we're in a symmetrical triangle. So we got rid of this here, okay? That's no good anymore, okay? Symmetrical triangle is no good. But a descending triangle is also a bearish pattern. This is what a descending triangle looks like. Basically, it's a pattern where with the bottom. Oh, I'm going to have to use. Let's do it with trend lines here, where the bottom is flat. It's horizontal, and then we have you know line like that. And so basically, the way price consolidates, it consolidates in. Oh, try it again. It consolidates in this range, okay, where the bottoms are the same, it make continually lower lows. That's not the greatest drawing in the world. Let me try. I'm going to try one more time. Okay, there, there, there we go. Look at that. So basically, what it does is it continually forms. It never makes a lower low, but it makes lower highs. Okay, and so basically the bulls keep trying to bounce off of the. So when price comes down to this region, the bulls try to push it up. Price comes back down to this region, bulls push it up, but they can't push it up as high. It bounces down to this region. The bulls are losing steam. They're losing confidence that it's going to continue going up. So less and less bulls are jumping in, which is the idea of a descending triangle. And then until finally it fizzles out. Generally, it's a five-wave move: one, two, three, four, five. Uh, uh, let me do that again. We got one, two, three, four, five, and then we're down to the downside. So with that being said, it looks like we could be going to the upside here again. It's a potential for this to be a descending triangle. You can see the horizontal line here. So that's what we could be looking at today. And so we might have a move to the upside. One, two, three, four, five. That's not correct. Well, I mean, I guess it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down. I don't know exactly the pattern. Basically it's a bearish continuation pattern, is what it is. Well, it's a bearish pattern for sure. Descending triangles generally, for the most part, break to the downside. I think Bolowski on his website gives the percentage of what they break. So we have hit this bottom trend line here. We found support right here at this bottom region. My guess is that we're going to have one more hit to the low. We might come back down and tag 9,000 again. That's a potential. So I think I see that also in the waves. I'll share that with you. And then so if we come back and tag 9,000, we might get a bounce off of that to the upside. I'm not guaranteeing that, guys. I'm just offering this as an idea to watch for. Okay, so watch out for that descending triangle. So I was really frustrated because I was hoping to I just narrowed it down to the last thing it could be, but I haven't gotten there yet. So yeah. So let's look in here. So basically, my count right now, I'm still looking. I'm still personally, this is my number one count. So that descending triangle is a number two count. It still could be. Well, we have a W, we have an X, and now we're making the Y wave down to here, down to this region, in this ballpark, anywhere from $7,000 to $8,000 or $7,000 to $8,500. I think it's going to come lower than that. It's about 7,500. 7,500. This green line is my target for sure. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'll let you know if that changes as the wave develops, as more information comes. Okay, so how do I get that target? Basically, we can get it a couple of ways here. We got from there to there to there. Okay, and you can see how $7,400 right here comes to the one-to-one extension of this W, X, and Y. That's very common. The 1276, if you're really bullish, is 6,044. Okay, so there's a macro target for you. Micro target. Let's look at this wave. So WXY, this needs to be an A, a B, and a C. So if we just pull the extension off of this ABC, A, B, right there. That puts this one-to-one extension at 8,067 and then 72.75. Okay. Finally, let's look at one other way in the 15-minute chart here. Now, if this leg here was A, this is B, this is C. It needs to be five waves. If this is five waves, we got one and two. We're making the three wave right now. Okay, right now. I'm sorry. I'm going to see Brian Regan next week in concert live. And he's one of my favorite comedians, and that's a line from his stuff. All right, here we go. One, two, right there. Three should be coming down here to 87. If that's the case, if that's one, if that's a two, if my interpretation is correct, this wave should look something like this. One, two, three, four, five. Let's see where that would put us. Not that one. There's three. There's four region somewhere in there. Let's see, where would four come to? That is the trading group asking questions and saying good morning. Invite you to it. All right. Let's see. That would put us right down here at 8,200 for the third wave. And then we'd have another kick up and then one more wave to the downside. So we're still looking pretty good for that 7,500. Anywhere from 75 to 82. I know that's a big range, but I mean, I can't tell the future, guys. I can only project what might be happening and seeing where the confluences are. Okay? Yeah, that's right. I can't tell the future. That is exactly right. Now, if I had a time machine, I would go forward in time, find out the price, come back and tell you guys. All right. So, if this is a three wave, what are we looking at? Well, I was trying to count this last night. Either this is the four wave right now, or this is four of three of three. I know that gets a little confusing at times. Let me explain what that means. If this is three waves, we need five waves in this third wave. Okay, I'm going to take off this wave so we can see. There we go. So we have either 1, 2, and now we're making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 4 and then 5 to go, which I think that's my primary count. So I think this little line right here is where we're going to come in this region. I don't think we're getting a reversal off of this area. I think we got one more low to make at least. So descending triangle, we're going to make a low, probably one more low down to 9,000. If it's not, I don't think that's the case, but I just want you to be aware of it. We could have an upside to this trend line. I don't think we're going to get that personally, guys. I just don't think. But what do I know? I don't know anything. That's just what I don't think. But that's my opinion. But again, if that being said, here's where I believe we're headed. I think we've got basically. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's either 5 waves of 3 or this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and it's coming down here, and that gets us down here to the $9,000 region or so, or 8750 I think is what I said. So let's watch 8750. But anyway, this is a bear. Uh, bear. We should be looking for short positions and short entries, shorts only. Okay, so there's your analysis on Bitcoin. That's what to be watching for. Let's watch this wave. I'd like to see this wave come down to about anywhere from 88, 87, 88 to $9,000. I'd like to see it come on down, and then back up for a 4 wave, and then down one more time. That'll finish out this 3 wave here. So that'll finish out this larger 3 wave. Or finish out this larger 3 wave, because this is actually that finished out our C wave. Sorry about that. I get lost in the waves too, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that. That's what we're looking for. Okay, let's watch and see what we get as a secondary play. We might be coming up here. Let me give you something to watch for to know if we're going to be making a bigger play or not. And BTC here, let's throw the fibs on this move right there. But it's looking very corrective, but we'll just have to see. Okay, our 1-to-1 extension here is at 95.91. We've already hit it and we're bouncing. Looks like we need to see structure is up here. So, here's a little bit of structure. But this structure is more juicy as a target. So I'm looking at 96.62 to 97.48. As long as we stay in that region and reverse, as long as we stay in this region right here, we're good. If we surpass into this region here, then we have that's an impulse wave. It's more telltale of an impulse wave. We should have a 3-wave correction and then more upside. So be careful about that. Okay. So watch 97.48, 97.50. That's the line of demarcation for whether we're going up or whether we're going down. If we exceed that and close beyond it, look for a pullback and then a continuation to the upside. Okay, if we do not exceed that and then we start pulling back, look for downside. It's a great short opportunity, that region right there. So that's what I'm looking for, is a short opportunity. That's going to be my trade. Okay, Litecoin, same thing. I've got a target here. I'm just not gonna look at the macro. I'm just gonna look at the micro here. So we got a little bit of an issue here in the way I count this, because this came wicked down here, shot up, and came down. So is this wave something new, or is it part of this structure here? So if it's part of this structure, and that's the difficulty I'm having a hard time debating over, because is this A, B, and C? It's looking like that's a strong possibility. Watch for 65 to 65.88. Watch that region right there. There is our target zone, and I throw my boxes in my target zone. That's why you saw that there in the first place. Okay, if this is just a finished wave and then we're starting a new wave, then actually what we have here is an impulse wave. It's measuring impulsively. Watch for a pullback and then a push to the upside as well. So I'm having a hard time interpreting this. So here is this, but right now this is measuring impulsively. This would be 1, 2. The 3 came up to the 2618. We're making the 4 wave right now, or we finished it, and we're heading up to the 5th wave in this region. All the same, we're going to get a pullback in this region. Most likely, it won't go higher than this. We'll get a pullback. It could continue to the downside, or it might push to the upside. So you're going to have to watch this region. Watch price action here. Look for a pullback. You know, 50% of this wave right here, probably down to the structure zone right here. I see the structure right there. So look for pullbacks to structure and then possibly to the upside or continuation to the downside. My gut is telling me continuation to the downside. Let's zoom out just a little bit to take a peek at that. I have a couple of counts here as well, and one count puts us at this right now is a support region, and we could be coming up a little higher to $68, $66, $67 in that ball. Well, I said that. That was last night's analysis based on what I had. I'm not sure. 67 is the top of this structure point right there. I'll be honest with you guys. Litecoin is just a big pile of doo doo. I This wave is just it doesn't measure right. I can count it, but I don't know if my count is right because the measuring isn't right. Okay, if I measure this, we need to be coming down here to $50 for this third wave to finish. Uh, so if I trust the measurements, 1, 2, 3 is down here at $50. Okay, 4 and then 5, we're heading lower. Heading down to that $38 region, guys. So understand, I still have that $38 target from right over here. This is structure right here. 38 was my ultimate target for a bottom here to finish our A, B, C. Or WXY, whatever it is. Um, I think it's an ABC, not a WXY here in Litecoin. So anyway, be aware of that. We've got basically three waves here. We've got three waves here, and we're going to get 5 waves to the downside here. So watch $50. Okay, watch for a move down to $50. We could definitely get that over the weekend. That's the downside move. Do I see any upside potential? Well, I mean, yeah, there is one other way. This could, if this is a WXY, and it could be. So we won't know until W, X, and then Y. That Y wave needs to be an ABC. We could be getting just an extended A wave here. I mean, this is a possibility. And it's done. It's pretty much done, and then B, and then C like that. That's a potential. I don't like it much, but could it happen? Yeah. So again, all I'm trying to do there is say, okay, what else could be happening here? So right now, my short-term targets here, just to watch the waves and watch the wave patterns. Watch the $65 to $67 region. This area that I have boxed off for you is the target zone here. Watch that region for a pullback. If I had to guess what this wave is going to do, here's what I think it's going to do. It's possible. We're going to go ABC up to this region. We're going to go ABC down, and we're going to go ABC up to this region right here. And then we're going to continue, if I had to guess. So that's what I'm kind of digging into, maybe. So let's watch. Okay? All right, Ethereum, same kind of deal here, guys. They're all the same, okay? So that's why I'm shortening my analysis as we move from currency to currency. Um, Ethereum is looking, let me zoom out just a little bit more here, looking a lot more like a WXY um, than Litecoin is. But Litecoin could be. But Ethereum, it really looks defined here. Um, W, X, and Y. Why do I think that? Because of this wave structure right here. We could be in W, X, and now we need to go down for Y. And so, is that true? Or is that 1, 2? Or is that WX? Yeah, that's a 1, 2. This is Ethereum's more in line with Bitcoin. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change what I just said. Okay, changing. I reserve the right. A lot of times, guys, I'll just let you know I don't do a whole lot of advanced uh, preparation on every chart I'm looking at. I generally look at BTC heavily, and then I just do a talk aloud with you, so you can understand my thought processes here. This could be an ABC, but again, this one wave is measuring awful deep here. Let me show you the measurements here of this one wave. If this is the one wave followed by the two wave. Okay, we're looking for a 3 down at 115. Okay, so that third wave would have to come way down here. Again, I want to say if this is the third wave. So Elliott wave is fantastic theory, but it's dependent upon the interpreter to interpret it correctly. And so that's what you're getting with me is I'm a pretty decent interpreter. I'm pretty good at seeing the patterns. But when I don't know, I'm willing to tell you I don't know. Okay, guys. And when I know, I stand by what I say. So we've been in a pattern here in the last little while, if I don't know for sure, but it's becoming clearer, and we're going to know today after today's move or this weekend's move. We're going to know a lot better once I get that information. I just want to make sure we don't get some weird upside move that I wasn't looking for, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, what in the world was that? I mean, because there's a weird way, but the market makers, this could be one, two, three, four, and we're making the fifth wave and we're almost done. I don't see that. That's not that wave structure really doesn't support it. But again, the market does what it wants. It doesn't follow Elliott wave rules. Elliott wave is just a guide and a principle. Okay, because I like Elliott wave doesn't mean that's all that I use. We use structure. We use shape. These are very, very important things. We use fib zones. The Fibonacci's are more important to me than the Elliott wave count, to be honest with you. So anyway, the question is, how do I measure this? This looks like a one, two, three, but then you got this big wave, and it four. It's just this three is too short, and this five is too big, and it's too big. So I don't know. So it doesn't look like it looks more like an ABC, ABC, and now we should be getting ABC. If that's the case, let's just dig into that. If that's the case, ABC, um, then it looks like we're close to finished. Okay, we do have this triangle here in this B wave, and so we could be close to finished. We got one more push to the downside, and that would be confluent with the alts. And so what we could have here is a push down here to 145 or 132. 145 seems more likely for the wave count. Looks like we would let's do a measurement here. What would we get there? Yeah, so that's one, two, one, two, three, four, five. Yeah. So, whoa, what happened there? Or this could be an A, a B, and a C. We need five waves. That's better. That's better. I get lost between WXY and ABC. I'll be honest with you, WXY is more common. So we haven't quite made the 1618. Looks like we got a little push down, one more push down, and then we're going to get a move to the upside. So this looks like one, two, three, four, and then five down here to the $145 region. That might be the case here, and that might be the telltale. Again, the Ethereum is showing itself to be the clearest of the charts, the clearest of the wave structures, and so guys, that might influence the way I go. Let me just go back. If you're still with me, hey, let's play a little game. I want you to type the sentence: "The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog's back," with no explanation in the comments. Okay, with no explanation in the comments at all. Just type in "the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog's back" or something like that, and just put it in the comments for kicks here, and just flood the comments with that sentence, and people who don't watch the whole video aren't gonna know, and let's just see, and that's gonna let me know that you've watched up to this point and you're still watching. That'll be a lot of fun. Do that for me. That'll get a lot of comments in there as well, and that'll be a little game we can play today. All right, so let's look into that a little bit and see if that influences my take on excuse me, on Litecoin or Bitcoin. Let me just take a peek here. And again, if you're with me, fantastic. If you're not, I get it. All right, so we've got an ABC, ABC, and then this might be A and then B. That's the same thing. Now we're doing C. So one, two, three, four, five. So we would expect. So another possibility then, guys, is this ABC coming down to 43 and we're finished. Um, that's still looking pretty dreary for Litecoin, even thinking it that way. Yeah, nothing's changing. Still in the $40 range here. Nothing's really changing there for me. Let's take a peek at BTC and see if anything's changing there. ABC, ABC, ABC. Let's see what that would look like. Yeah, okay, so 91.59 would finish out an AB, well, potentially finish out this ABC. Um, or 87.43, which I already mentioned as a key level there. Guys, watch for that descending triangle. Guys, just watch for that. Here's my line. About 9,000, double bottom. Watch for that thing, okay? We might be getting a descending triangle. This might be ABC, a three wave. We might be getting a descending triangle. So the way that would take shape basically is this: one, two, three, four, and then down. Something like that. Um, might continue on just like that. Okay. So watch out for that. All right, you guys know the deal. Looking for 145 or so here for Ethereum is the bottom there. Guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for subscribing if you're a subscriber, and my Patreons. Listen, guys, thank you so much for supporting me. I'm humbled and thankful that you guys have done that. I really appreciate it. And if there's anybody else that would like to join, please feel free. I really trying hard over the next year to become a full-time trader, and I'd like to support you guys even better than I'm doing now. Anyway, thank you guys for your support and your sacrifice. I appreciate it. You guys have a fantastic Friday. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.